This lesson will familiarize student Rizal views being a good leader. Based on his life and writing, we can determine what needed to have a position worthy to be emulated. Movements are fueled by one's desire for change, and Rizal became a leader of a great movement. His passion was enlightening the minds of his fellow Filipinos, no matter how difficult it was. His mind was fixed on a much greater goal. He braved the different oceans and overcome all adversities, be in Madrid or Manila. To become a leader, one must train and become an expert. As Rizal grew older, so did his intellectual capacity. He maintained this anger for knowledge, devouring countless books or literature, history, science, and poetry, among others. One essay he published reflected other views on Philippine history, contrary to the accepted nation of Filipinos being wild and uncivilized. He found answer in books correcting the flawed nation. His love books gave him an advantage over his peers. He even earned distinction and medals when he was student, all because he willed himself and believed that we had much doing, was not for his sake, but for the betterness of his country. In every great leader are certain qualities. These qualities are of intelligence and foresight. Only then, when his or her quality deep into his or her character, but in order to hone and have a great character, he or she must be knowledgeable of the fact at hand. Rizal pursued different leads in his quest to find reliable evidence. The substantial claims that early Filipinos were civilized were a big leap in understanding the cause of the malady of society, as what he did in the indolence of the Filipinos. However, in another great work, he tried to extrapolate the play of contradiction between the past and present while also giving an outline for the future. He suggested radical ways to investigate the malady through the use of physical science and social determinism and the unity of opposites. With the aid of the physical science, he was to predict the independence of the country. According to the social determinism, abuses and oppressions bed the flame of revolt, and eventual freedom and emancipation was also at hand. On the unity opposites, the organic spirit began to disintegrate, leading to its eventual salvation. Many become leaders stepping to the challenge ahead, and Rizal was no different. If it were not the events in 1872 in martyrdom of Father Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, for whom his second novel is dedicated, Rizal would not be have been inspired to learn more about the ills of the country and look for the ways to combat them. As a physician by training, did not stop him for looking into another discipline to express his true and inspire others along the way.
Preparation for leadership is through study. In 1872 to 1877, he spent more time reading books to improve his knowledge for new ideas. And Rizal is interested in the history of the world because he usually compares his country to other nations. And he is interested in philosophy and natural sciences. Rizal is active in religious organization. Actually, he is a member of Martian congregation, and he is the secretary of Apostolic of Prayer. Rizal is talented. Aside from literary, Rizal is also good in painting and arts. March 23, 1877, he is finished 4th and 5th year in a painting at Ateneo. And in high school, he received an artist a certificate with an excellent remark. Rizal studied medical course. Jose Rizal finished his medical course in the University of Santo Tomas in 7 years of age. He has successfully passed the licensure examination for medicine but failed to claim his license because he was underage. And November 25, 1881, he was able to get his license. Then he decided to complete the doctorate. He is studied in Spain due to the radical prejudice of Dominican professors against Filipino students. And next, in Madrid, on November 3, 1882, Rizal enrolled in Universidad Central de Madrid, Central University of Madrid also, in two courses, medical and philosophy and letters. Studies completed in Spain. Rizal completed his medical course in Spain in June 21, 1884. Due to not representing the thesis required and corresponding fees, he was not awarded his doctor's diploma. Rizal also finished his studies in philosophy and letter. He was awarded the degree of licentiate in philosophy and letters on June 19, 1885 with ratings of excellent.
Two major problems of the organization: lack of unity among the members, lack of availability of funds. Rizal Salud Tuluna and Hidalgo. Banquet on June 25, 1884, Rizal Salud Tuluna and Hidalgo's victory on the national explosion of fine arts in Madrid. Luna's Spolarium winning first prize and Hidalgo's Christian Virgins exposed to the popular second prize. Rizal requests Spain to introduce reform. June 25, 1884. In his speech during the Bacantal, when Luna and Felix resurrection Hidalgo, he deplored the move of Spain officials in the Philippines, who will destroy the future of our generations. Rizal ended his speech with the plea that Spain should introduce the idea of reforms and plan for the good of Filipino people. 3 periods of active leadership participation. The first was between his first and second travel to Europe from 1882 to 1888, a period of study, preparation, and travel. The second was from his arrival in London in May 1888 to his departure from Europe in October 1892. In this period, he concentrated in doing some researches and writing. Finally, from his arrival from Hong Kong later, he was asked to move out from the city and go to Dapitan in July 1892. Rizal poses a challenge to the Filipino students. Círculo Hispano-Filipino, Spanish-Filipino Club, an organization of young Filipino students including Rizal, in Madrid formed but not well-oriented because the members were not united. We have a lot of intelligent and brilliant students among Filipinos but we lack unity, Rizal said. Two major problems of the organization: lack of unity among the members, lack of availability of funds. Yun nga po ma'am, wala po daw pagtutulungan. Yun lang po.